Would you like to grow your personal brand, your visibility, your authority, your opportunities, your business across borders? Then consider hosting virtual networking events. Today I'm going to share 3 tips on how you can get started. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Naina Kaputi. I'm the founder and CEO of The Expat Woman, and I help women make bold moves abroad. I don't help them move to another country. I help them break glass ceilings after they move to that country by stepping out of their comfort zone, showcasing their expertise, showcasing their personal brand, and getting opportunities that elevate their influence, their income, their impact, so they can live the lives they deserve and desire. So let's talk about setting up your virtual networking events. Today I'm going to share 3 key tips or strategies that you need to keep in mind if you decide this is how you want to grow your community, etc. So tip number 1 is goals. You need to know what your goals are before you decide to host your first virtual networking event. You can't just throw spaghetti at the wall and expect to have this wonderful event and this great outcome. You need to know why you're hosting this virtual networking event. Are you hosting it to grow your community? Are you hosting it to connect folks in your community with each other? Are you hosting it because you want to promote a new course, a new coaching service, or even an existing one, a book, a podcast, your YouTube channel, your website? Are you hosting it because you want to build your authority, be seen as an expert in a specific industry because your virtual networking event is going to be around your area of expertise? Say you are an expat coach, so you want to host events for expats in that specific area that you want to provide your coaching services in. So the name of your virtual networking event, the folks you invite will all reflect the kind of expertise that you want to showcase. So if you're doing an event because you want to bring folks into your circle who can become your clients and your community for your expat coaching services, you don't want to bring in folks who are not expats or not considering becoming expats. And there might be always a few people that come because they come out of curiosity, but being very strategic about why you're hosting it and who you're hosting it for is important, and what the outcomes are. What do you want to see happen through this event? Tip number 2 is the community. Who is the community you want to attract to this event? The virtual networking event can only happen if you bring people to the event. So you've got to be very clear on who they are. As I said, if you're an expat coach, maybe you're an expat career coach and you're helping people decide or get clarity on the kind of careers they want, or climb up the ladder at their place of work. Or you're an expat entrepreneur coach, you help folks with their entrepreneur with starting a business, growing a business. Maybe you help third culture kids, maybe you help expat moms. So getting clarity on who that community is, and then knowing what kind of event do I need to host for this community, where does this community hang out, what can I offer them during this virtual networking event is so important. You can't just host a virtual networking event for everyone, because again, our time is limited, and also the guests that come to an event are coming because you are promoting it as an event for, say, expat moms. So they're coming to the event wanting to connect with other expat moms and also with you, because maybe you're an expat mom coach. You help expat moms navigate parenting, navigate schooling maybe in another country, or even when you're pregnant in another country, how do you deal with all the various challenges? So the more specific and niche you are, the better when it comes to your community. And then finally, the third tip is logistics. This is also really important when it comes to hosting a successful virtual networking event. Once you know your goals and your community, it's easier for you to decide what day of the week, what time do you want to host the event at. If your target audience, your community lives in countries, say it's in Asia, then you need to, or they're mainly in Asia, maybe they're in Southeast Asia, or maybe they are in Eastern Europe or Western Europe or North America. You have to figure out what time will my community be able to attend the event, because virtual networking events are not like webinars or workshops. People have to come to the event. They can't watch replays. There's no point in the replay, right? So you want people to be able to attend. And so the day and the time is so important. So that's the first thing to keep in mind, your day and time. Then the date. Does it clash with a public holiday, with a festival, during summer vacation, during Thanksgiving if it's in the US, or maybe Christmas? So keep all that in mind when deciding on the date. The format, what kind of format, how long is the event going to be? Is it going to be 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours? And if it's 2 hours, will it clash with people's bedtime, dinner, etc.? My target audience is mainly in North America and Europe. So my events are at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 noon Eastern Standard Time in the East Coast of North America. And then, of course, it's 5, 6 p.m. in Europe. So it still works for my audience, and that's why I do it at that time, because it also has to work for me. Also, I do it during the week. I don't host events at the weekend. So it also has to be convenient for you. If you're going into the event saying, oh my God, it's a weekend, I want to spend time with my family, and now I have to host this event. If you don't go in excited and feeling like you can do it, then there's no point bringing other people in. So it also has to be convenient for you. And also decide what platform you want to host the event on. I host my events on Zoom because it has so many different features. So if you're just starting off, I would recommend Zoom. And it's got breakout rooms, it's got polls, it's got opportunities for people to share in the chat. You can record the important parts of it. Maybe you start with a little presentation. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. I am hosting 2 events. One is a virtual Ask Me Anything on YouTube. It's a live stream. It's on October 1st at 9 a.m. PST. I'll share the link in the description. If you have any questions regarding for hosting virtual networking events, I can address them during the live stream. You can ask me in the chat, or you can share them in the comments of this post, of this video, and I can address them at the event or even answer them later. I've hosted virtual networking events for thousands of women living abroad, and every time I host an event, I get 1% better. I learn. So what I also want to share with you is, initially, it may not turn out the way you'd like it to. You might have a lot of challenges initially, especially when you're depending on tech and then figuring out your community, what day, what time, etc. work. But just do it. Don't wait to be perfect, and just get 1% better every time you do it. So yes, so let me know if you have any questions in the comments. My second event is a 2-hour workshop. It's a hands-on workshop with me, where I will share a lot more tips and strategies for you to hold wildly successful virtual networking events that bring in a lot of your target audience, and where you can also promote your offers, convert guests into clients, potential clients, or have them hire you for your services, etc. So that link will also be shared in the description, so check that out. If you're watching this video for the first time and you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please like this video, share it with another peer, friend, colleague, expat woman who might need inspiration for hosting their own virtual networking events, and hit the notification bell so you get to see more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.